Welcome back to my channel. Today, we're diving into one of the most jaw-dropping stories of wealth, power, and influence in Asia, the Trillionaire family that shaped and, in many ways, owns Singapore. Their rise from humble beginnings in soy sauce factories to ruling an empire of skyscrapers, shopping malls, luxury hotels, and global investments is nothing short of astonishing. This is not just a family fortune. It's a dynasty that controls the very heartbeat of one of the world's richest cities. So, buckle up as we uncover the story of the NG family, the visionaries behind Far East organization, and explore the trillion-dollar empire that cements their place as Singapore's hidden royals of wealth. 1. Origins. From soy sauce to skyscrapers, NG Teng Fong wasn't born into wealth. Far from it. His childhood was spent working in his parents' soy sauce factory, where hard work and resilience were the family currency. But in 1960, armed with little more than determination and an entrepreneurial spirit, he founded Far East Organization. What started as modest real estate ventures quickly turned into one of the largest property empires in Asia. By the 1980s, NG Teng Fong had already transformed Orchard Road into a retail paradise. Projects like Far East Plaza and Lucky Plaza didn't just bring shopping centers to Singapore, they defined the city's identity as a global luxury hub. He earned the title of the King of Orchard Road, and yet, the story was just beginning. His philosophy was simple: invest steadily, reinvest wisely, and never stop building. That foundation created the dynasty his children would later expand into something far bigger, an empire worth trillions. 2. Building the dynasty. NG Teng Fong passed his vision to his sons, Philip and Robert NG, and they didn't just maintain the empire. They expanded it across borders. Philip focused on Hong Kong, managing Sino Group, while Robert concentrated on Singapore, overseeing Far East Organization. Together, they built an empire spanning hotels, office towers, residential complexes, and shopping centers in two of the world's most expensive cities. Far East Organization grew into Singapore's largest private property developer. Their projects included everything from luxury condos like Skyline at Orchard Boulevard to landmark malls such as Clarke Quay Central. Meanwhile, Sino Land in Hong Kong flourished with commercial skyscrapers, five-star hotels, and resorts. By combining their father's conservative investment strategy with modern financial tools, the brothers turned the family business into a trillion-dollar dynasty. 3. Inside the billionaire lifestyle. What does life look like when your family fortune can rival the GDP of small countries? For the NG family, it's a blend of understated tradition and quiet extravagance. Unlike the flashy billionaires of Silicon Valley, the NGs are famously private. They avoid tabloids, live discreetly, and maintain a low profile. But behind closed doors, their wealth manifests in ways few can imagine. Multi-million-dollar mansions across Singapore, Hong Kong, and London. Private art collections featuring rare Asian masterpieces. Access to exclusive clubs and five-star resorts, many of which they own. Even their day-to-day lives reflect their empire, as they often dine, shop, and socialize in properties that bear their family name. In Singapore, their influence is everywhere, from the malls people shop in, to the hotels tourists check into, to the apartments where entire generations live. 4. A global trillion-dollar empire. The NG's fortune is not confined to Singapore and Hong Kong. Their investments stretch across Australia, China, London, and even the United States. Far East Organization owns hotels under global brands like Hilton and Fullerton, including Singapore's iconic Fullerton Hotel, a historic colonial building turned luxury landmark. Through Sino Group, the family controls office towers and luxury residences in Hong Kong, with billions poured into the city's prime real estate. They've also invested heavily in Australia's property market, buying up prime land and expanding their hotel portfolio. When you combine assets, properties, hotels, and undeclared private investments, analysts estimate the family's empire crosses the trillion-dollar mark, making them one of the wealthiest dynasties in the world, yet one of the least talked about. 5. Influence beyond money in Singapore. Money is power, but the NG family's influence stretches beyond economics. Through charitable foundations, educational scholarships, and cultural patronage, they've embedded themselves into the fabric of society. Their philanthropy spans hospitals, schools, and temples, with donations that often go unpublicized. The family also plays a quiet but powerful role in shaping policy through their economic footprint. After all, when one family owns much of the city's prime real estate, their decisions impact the lives of millions. This mix of low-profile living, enormous wealth, and strategic philanthropy makes the NG family unique. They are not just billionaires, they are city builders, tastemakers, and power brokers. So there you have it, the Trillionaire family that, in many ways, owns Singapore. From soy sauce to skyscrapers, the NG dynasty represents one of the greatest rags to riches stories in modern history. Their empire stretches across continents, their wealth shapes entire economies, and yet their lives remain shrouded in mystery. What do you think? Are the NGs the most underrated dynasty in the billionaire world? Or does their quiet influence make them even more powerful than the loud billionaires we hear about every day? If you enjoyed this deep dive into the secret world of Singapore's Trillionaire family, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss another story about the world. Until next time, stay curious, stay inspired.